It's like the whole village has been frozen solid. I wonder if anyone's still alive. Snowball.
Okay. So let's pick a new, not B-list villain, but, you know, semi-street level villain to go with.
Okay.
Who else do we have, Shell?
Let me...
I guess your, like, weird smoker guy would be pretty good against Bullseye, maybe.
Mm-hmm. You mean Smokescreen?
Yeah, Smokescreen
He was from an old comic that my dad
Smokescreen
had,
could
Spider-Man.
probably, maybe have a chance at Bullseye. Assuming Bullseye doesn't have hack spires and can hit him anyway. Regardless.
Mm-hmm. One X-Men character I never understood was Sabretooth. Is he just slightly hairier, has claws and fangs? He's
like Wolverine. He's got healing powers. Not quite as good as Wolverine's, but he's got more on the strength and size side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of like weird bone claws, he's got
But I thought that his nails weren't adamantium.
No.
Like, he never got the adamantium
No,
treatment.
he never got the adamantium treatment. He just was a big brawler.
Mm-hmm.
And mainly was just a threat to Wolverine.
Here, this is the thing, though. I want to know weird power versus weird power.
Okay.
Because I don't like the whole lowly thug
Oh, no,
versus...
that's perfect, actually. Okay, so we have endless sneezes. What is the power that could beat endless sneezes? More or less 100%. This is actually a, this is a board game.
Would it have to be something to counteract the sneezing in yourself, or to incapacitate the person that's making you sneeze? Also, it's highly dependent on the method by which the character makes you sneeze. Do they have to concentrate? Do they have to physically be touching you? Do they have to have the handkerchief on you? Like, what's the deal?
Let's say the allergent probably just rubs his nose at somebody. You know, kind of does the, like...
He has to keep rubbing his nose at someone?
No, he just does it once. And then they start sneezing until he does it again. Ultimate Sabretooth has adamantium and 4 claws per hand.
Uh-huh.
Which Wolverine calls him out on.
Okay, so if the stipulation is you have to get the allergent to rub his own finger,
I would say
nose.
like this should be just kind of street tier people. I don't want to say like an endless list of like, but
how can you defeat the endless sneezes if you're in the midst of sneezing?
I mean, I was just gonna say somebody without a proper olfactory system. Like if you don't have a nose,
coincidental.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit much. What doesn't? Okay. Can frogs sneeze? Do frogs have noses?
Yeah, they do have nostrils.
Shoot. Do fish?
Yes, they do.
Shoot.
They don't use them in the manner that we do.
Bugs.
But
Bugs don't have noses. Okay, so Bugman. Bugman can beat him. No problem.
But that's the thing. Beating him means you can just never be susceptible to it in the first place, which doesn't make sense. We need something that can counteract it.
I don't know about that. Bugs can sneeze. What the shit?
Really?
What? Like, I thought they tasted the air and stuff as their ability to like smell.
I thought they couldn't sneeze because they didn't breathe in the same way that we did. What they have is a exoskeleton that has several pores.
I gotta Google this.
That draws
Can
in
bugs
oxygen.
Sneeze? Insects neither sneeze nor cough.
Not in the traditional sense. They don't breathe through their mouths. Yep. See? They can make noises when they expel air through their tracheas, though. See, look, sneeze, cough, or hiccup.
Yeah, they breathe through tiny holes in the skin.
Yeah, that's what I was saying just now.
Yeah, so Bugman could beat the allergent in multiple ways. So the tick beats allergent, probably, yes.
But I thought the tick was just a human. that dressed up in a
I mean,
outfit.
I'm gonna give it to him anyway.
I don't know about that.
See, I don't want to think of specific counters because...
Maybe it could be someone that can hold their breath a ridiculously long time. Or, no, but sneezing is about expelling something.
My main problem with, like, doing hard counters to characters is it gets boring. Because then it's just like, how do you hard counter a character that can hold his breath forever? You punch him. Just, that's it. Doesn't take much. You know, because, like, you can only hard counter a hard counter, like, once or twice before you just kind of get the endless loop of mundanity. So, I would say some kind of bug-themed superhero could very easily beat the allergent, in a sensible way. Someone confined to a suit like a space traveler. No, they'd still sneeze. In fact, that would be worse. The allergent could wreck Spaceman any day. Yeah, so ambush bug. Let's come up with ambush bug and then come up with the person that could beat ambush bug.
Ambush bug.
Yeah. So not only does ambush bug not sneeze, but ambush bug gets to the allergent well before the allergent even can rub his nose at ambush bug. So what is ambush bug's power set? Which bug is he?
I would suspect that he'd be akin to a mantis.
Okay. What was that noise? Something went, ah! It's probably one of the sheep, maybe.
But that's because they can strike out very swiftly with their claws. Like, did you?
Okay. So he's got, what would we say? Blades on his forearms? And, freaky eyes. And he sees you coming. Okay.
Alright.
So, what beats ambush bug?
We see ambush bug actually seems like a proper superhero as opposed to allergent.
This is true.
I thought we were going for ridiculous.
Okay, fine. Let's go ridiculous, but not hard counters, because I feel like hard counters just get boring. Because it'd be funny, but it's just like, Superman is weak to magic. Alright, so just Merlin Rex, Superman. Gotcha.
Well, I think what we might have to do is come up with heroes without discussing what would be their counter.
Okay.
Like, just think of a weird hero and then tell it.
Well, I mean, I like where we're going with... Well, no, but ambush bug might be a little bit generic. I am running out of... Oh, antlion man.
What, he just digs a hole in the ground and waits for someone to to come?
Oh, dude, just oh yeah, allergent, just walking along, just suddenly pit trap, death by antlion man.
That... How you defeat antlion man? You throw in something he wouldn't want to eat.
I was just gonna say a man that turns into sludge.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a muck or a grimer?
Yeah, effectively dude turns into Muck from Pokemon. Which is like a totally reasonable power and also very hard counter to Antlion Man.
The funny thing is, he would just be the blob. Except that's probably already copyrighted.
The incredible
Okay, let's... Weird superhero animals that no one should ever be.
Animals...
Because I was thinking of the blobfish.
Blobfish are actually really pretty.
What?
Underwater, yeah.
Underwater they're
pretty?
pretty?
It's just... The reason why they look so shitty is because they're depth fish. They're not supposed to be up near the surface.
Okay.
And so the process of getting them up onto land at all more or less makes them horrifying to behold.
So are they really billowy underwater?
They're kind of iridescent, actually. It's hard to describe, but they actually don't look half bad. Wait, Muckman is a Marvel hero. He can actually travel like Spider-Man, but leaves slimy muck instead of webs. Alright. So, what were we talking about? I've lost my...
So you know how it's typical to have heroes based off of animals, right?
Oh, right.
Because you have the scorpion, you have the rhino, you have the wasp, you have Spider-Man, Batman. Do you know what I mean? So, what are some animals that are ridiculous that you wouldn't want a superhero to be?
I mean, really boringly, sheep man. Or sheep woman.
But couldn't you just call them the ram and they would
No,
actually
but
be
she
really
wouldn't be
cool?
the ram. It's a woman. No horns.
Okay.
She's just really fluffy. She'd be good at therapy, but crime fighting not so much so.
No, that's true.
Her boyfriend, though. You woman. Huh.
You? Right, E-W-E.
Yeah. Okay. There've got to be some other easy animals.
I
that we
mean,
could go
what
with.
would the sloth do?
Mayfly. The mayfly.
But then it would be their lot in life to just
They just die. That is their power. They breed and they die.
Ew.
Oh,
Ew.
God.
Their ephemeral lives.
Yeah, they just go on one very desperate Tinder date and then they die.
But that wouldn't be a hero.
No. I mean, it could be. It just depends who they get matched up with.
This would be a ridiculous one.
Okay.
You know how they have counter villains?
Yeah.
In the way, Spider-Man has had various female villains that are based off of spider wasps, if you know what I mean. But what if you had Anteater versus Ant-Man? What would the Anteater be? Does he just have a long tongue? Is that what his power is?
He doesn't beat Ant-Man. He just makes him so uncomfortable Ant-Man leaves. Alternatively, it does eat Ant-Man, and Ant-Man has no choice but to explode him from within.
Ew.
The taper. Capybara man. Just chills.
Tapers are cute.
Tapers are cute. Didn't we see one projectile shitting?
What?
Yeah, we did.
No,
Yeah, it was in the Minnesota Zoo. It was pooping all over the place. It was like pooping a lot, and then it got in the pool as it was pooping, so it went from like projectile pooping to just float pooping.
Oh, yuck. I was paying attention to its snout because it was actually lifting its trunk up so you could see its sharp, pointy teeth.
Yeah. I was like, what the? Oh. I spooked the sheep by barking.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't a capybara, sorry, it was a tapir, not a capybara.
No, capybara they don't poop quite like
Yeah,
that.
they've got the pellets. Tapirs, that tapir was, well, not eaten right, I guess. Sloth man, he'll stop crime eventually. No, he won't.
Eventually.
Let's be honest. No, he won't. He'll shove his head under a door, and then just be there until somebody fixes it for him. You know, I actually bet we go into this door, which I never bothered with. No? Huh.
No.
Never mind.
No good. This door won't budge.
Okay. What are some other useless animals? The grouse.
Oh.
The plains grouse.
You're just imagining them like bloop, bloop,
Yeah,
bloop,
dude just
bloop.
has boobs. And he just runs around blocking them at people.
You're supposed to be able to hear that sound from miles around.
Exactly.
Would he just be glorified alarm then?
Yeah, he's crying. He's just blooping his boobies together. just hoping somebody comes soon. Because the criminals in the...
You guys haven't seen that grouse inflating their chest sacs with air and lumping them against each other, then go do so.
They're really cute animals. And they're really neat. But they'd be so useless. There's no point in them. Oh, we should do this more.
That goes along the lines with, like, you know how Doug had Quail Man?
Yeah.
What would Quail Man's power be?
It can run along fences at high speeds. It's like almost you know how like in Naruto they'd run through like trees and stuff super agilely.
That's
That's Quail Man's power. That and having delicious eggs, which is kind of unfortunate for Quail Man, but lot in life, I guess. Whew. Manatee lactates from his armpits, floats well, kinda chungus. Did you know that manatees lactate from their armpits?
No.
Apparently they do.
Or, you know.
The eye just oversized
eyes.
What
I was thinking of eyes, but
I feel like a lot of these
they
like
just have long middle fingers.
I feel like Man's entire strategy for getting rid of criminals is just to unnerve them, just like half the other ones. This is like he just comes up and starts caressing the criminal. The criminal's like, just leaves. It's like, I don't want this.
How about Koala Man?
I don't know if Koala Man would even like pass muster. I don't think he'd show up. Like, at least Slothman might be in the right place at the right time, but like Koala Man would drown getting there in like a landlocked state and town. I don't know.
Halt, who goes there? This is the house of the village elder. If you need something from the elder, you must go through me. I am Sumi-e,
What?
Yeah.
Who's that name?
I know.
top warrior of the Oina tribe.
Oina warriors, Shimickle. Or Simickle.
Jeez! Who does this guy think he is? Well, at least we finally met someone from the village. So, what are you doing standing around in the middle of this blizzard?
Huh? That grating voice. Is that you, Isun? What in the world are you doing with that strange white wolf?
That's none of your business, pal.
Oh, bye, Moose and or Joe. I have no idea which one you are. Probably Moose? Thanks for dropping by, and thanks for the raid.
Thank you.
Anyway, what's with this village? It's a total mess.
Is it true demons have taken over Izofuji?
You must have been gone for some time if you didn't know that. Save your questions for when you get back to your own village. That is, of course, if it hasn't already been buried by snow. Oh, and take that suspicious wolf with you, too.
Why, you little... We're done talking to you. Let us into the chief's house now.
No, you may not pass. We are normally don't even let strangers into the village. And
God damn it.
Did you unplug your monitor again? Watch where your feet are.
Sorry, it takes like no effort to turn it off.
There you go. It's back.
At least it doesn't turn off my, some of the rest of my setup. That used to be way more destructive. I can't wait till we have a better setup. Oh.
Uh-oh, did your drive stop?
No, that was fine. That was not a necessary drive.
Ooh.
I've told the villagers not to let them into their houses. They will obey me, for I am Sumi-e, chief of Wepkir. Now be on your way.
Oh.
It crashed.
Ah. Okay. So, yeah, we were in Wepkir. Like, I have saved recently. Not that great. I know you were joking about Anteater Man, but Egghead once used an Anteater to protect himself from Ant-Man. Huh. Okay, yeah, so we're at the beginning of this town. That's not that big of a deal. I'll just turbo feed every animal and associated things. Okay. So, we've done a gamut of animals. There's probably some more that we haven't even thought of yet.
There's hundreds of species. Like, you remember the cockbow, right?
Cockapo man. Power attempts to mate with old man's head. That's it. That's all it does. That's all he does.
No.
Gets arrested pretty quick. But no, what's some like inanimate objects
Ooh.
that you know the hero is based on the inanimate object. What's some weird ones that like really they're technically heroic, but it's confusing and unfortunate.
Technically heroic.
Can you not skip these? I thought you could. Oh, that's unfortunate.
They used to have a little button that would crop up, but oh well. So you're saying a heroic item?
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe not a heroic item, but like, you know, instead of themed on animals, maybe they're themed on like a gadget or Dung Defender. Oh God.
I'm pretty sure there's been various skateboard heroes before. I swear there's been an official one.
Probably, yeah. Back in the 90s, there's no way.
There has to be a skateboard
There's no way
hero.
Marvel and or DC didn't try and capitalize hard off of, like,
Tony Hawk?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, that is such a waste of a amazing franchise.
What was the waste? Oh, did they stop it or what?
Yeah, they stopped making the Tony Hawk games, and then they like tried bringing them back again. Oh, there were bunnies over here that I totally missed.
Yeah. You see, I think we should exclude weapons, blades, or vehicles.
Well, yeah. Well, no, not vehicles.
But what? Boat
Electric Lorry Man is amazing. His superpower is driving into enemies at slow speeds and really hoping it kills them.
No. What do you think of other? How about Telephone Man?
Okay. No, Telephone Man is terrifying.
Can he just redirect people's calls or talk
Or
through
listen
their
in?
phones or listen?
Yeah. Like,
Maybe that's his.
he
his
would
ability
be
is just to
he
jack
would have been
anything.
hilarious and meaningless like 100 years ago, but like as technology grew, as his powers grew, he's now the CEO of like Comcast. Or
Well-
maybe the head of the FCC or something to that extent where he's just like
Well, it'd be
knows
interesting. It's
too
like
much about people.
if he had been around decades ago, yeah, his scope would be limited. But imagine, especially as a villain, his spiel being, you know, but as the years passed and the technology became even more viable now, every person, man, woman, and
that's-
child, now bears a telephone.
Yeah, so that's actually straight up a core concept of American Gods. You've never read American Gods or
No,
heard
I
of it.
haven't.
So effectively it's the gods are real and you know, mythological creatures and whatever.
Are they pretending to live in
Well,
modern day as
Their
humans?
their power is entirely based on like people's belief in them.
Oh.
And so as like modern religions die,
Can I have more water?
and you know, piety dies. One second, I gotta have some.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. We can go back to this, but effectively, you know, Thor and Loki and Odin and whatever are just these kind of B-list, you know, laborers. Honestly, like they don't even do anything particularly godly anymore because they can't. No one believes in them anymore, and instead they're being replaced by like the god of TV and marketing and phones and the internet and stuff.
But the people don't worship them as gods.
But they kind of do. And that was kind of the point. It's that it was kind of this like dystopic version of religions. And I actually thought that was
So
really
instead
cool.
of emulating concepts or natural phenomena, it was technology.
Yeah, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to go back to the inanimate objects, let's broaden it up and also tighten it down. So inanimate objects, but it's got to be a robot master from Mega Man.
What do you mean by Robot Master? I'm not familiar with them.
Okay, so in Mega Man, save for we're gonna talk about largely the original Mega Man series. You'd have like Woodman that is straight up just like a log robot.
Ooh.
Or Gemini Man, which is like this kind of doofy looking dude that has the ability to create like a phantom clone of himself.
Is that one that you feel like the song? Do 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 do
Yeah.
do 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 do.
The Megas are an amazing band, and I wish they do more music.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
For those of you that haven't heard of the Megas, go check them out. They're cool. They do Mega Man rock opera stuff, kind of like the Proto Men, but better, like a lot better. Because I like Proto Men, but like, these are sheep. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do it as Robot Masters. Because the problem is, like, I like this, but almost from, like, a game design perspective of just, like, what is dumb shit that could be a Robot Master that'd be useful? But you don't know enough about Mega Man to really do anything. Okay, so let's go back to superheroes.
How about Pencilor?
Okay. You just wanted to say Pencilor, didn't you? Nothing...
I was thinking of mundane objects, and one of them was pencil.
Mundane.
Mundane. Oh, those look like happy sheep. Imagine if he could draw and erase things in the world. That's just drawing powers.
Yeah, the drawing stuff, you know, is kind of blasé. Erasing stuff is terrifying.
The eraser.
See, Keyman can unlock any door. Go read the Keyman manga.
There is a Keyman manga?
It's so good. I don't know if you'd like it.
Well, what does he do? Does he
legitimately
does he break into the bad guys' homes and steal imperative information? Does he go into locked facilities and expose corruption? Does he free people that have been captured against their will? Like, what does he do with this ability?
I think it's Keyman Fist of Judgment? Hand of Judgment. Keyman Hand of Judgment. It's like this weird mucked up version of Toontown. Like Who Framed Roger Rabbit? And Keyman is actually just, he's got like Superman powers.
Oh no. I was just thinking of the human boot.
The human boot.
Could you imagine a guy that has laces as like whips, and he wears a suit of leather and has these big soles?
Oh, are there any good stills of Keyman that I can just pull up? There it is. Let's go with the just first chapter of Keyman. Never mind. Mm-hmm. It's like super low res. I'm serious. I want other people to read Keyman so I can actually talk to them about Keyman, because it's so weird and it's so good. And it bugs me that you don't read any manga, because I pretty much can never talk to you about any of the stuff that I like in, you know, manga form. And there's so many. There's so many. So many good ones. Bothers me to no end. Read manga.
Okay, so what are some objects that you can think of that would be amusing?
Not exactly a double entendre, but chest man.
What?
He's just got like just pecs for days, but he keeps stuff inside.
Oh, so it's the whole you have a chest.
Yeah, but like, you know how like a cartoon trope where women like pull things out of their like cleavage?
Bosom, yeah.
Chest man does that, but he pulls things out of his pecs.
Does he keep any treasure in it?
Yeah. No, it's mostly treasure. You hit him and just like cash flies out of his boobs.
No, it's interesting that we do have multiple meanings to the same word.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with that.
Okay.
superheroes where you hear the name, you think one thing, but it's actually the dumber version of it.
A nail. Nail man.
Nail, as in like... Okay, explain Nail Man.
So one would assume that he has a pointed spire somewhere and that he's made out of metal.
But instead
And
he's just got long, like, fingernails.
Fingernails.
Ugh! No. No. It's time for response. Alright. Did anyone ever wonder where the swords came from in Highlander when they weren't wearing jackets? I gave up on Highlander about 3 minutes in, and then I was just there. Wondering why I was still there for the rest of the movie. Manhole man. Ugh!
What? Wait, he's turned into a wolf.
Oh.
Can you
Oh,
approach?
right, we never actually finished the conversation with him because it crashed. Whoopsie.
Uh-oh, you missed the last bit then.
Hold on a second. You? Chief? What happened to old man Kemu? He didn't buy the farm, did he?
Fool, of course he's still alive, but he's been greatly weakened, battling the demons. Now their hideous monsters are trying to finish him off, since only the Elder's volcanic incantation can foil their plans. That's why I became chief of the village. I must protect the Elder from the monsters lurking in every corner. Now be on your way.
Well, whoops. Oh well. I'm assuming we can't go here.
This path leads to Ezofuji, a pair of sacred mountains. I bet the gate's shut tight to keep demons out.
Oh, I like that one. Duckman. You think it's an animal hero, but his ability is the uncanny ability to duck out of the way. I feel like Duckman would actually be really strong.
If he was just evasive.
Yeah, extremely
way.
evasive. Makes him really useful against most street-grade supervillains. You punch him, he ducks it. You kick him, he ducks it. You shoot him, he ducks it.
How about the can man?
Okay.
You think he'd be like trash can or a can, but it's no, he just can.
I mean,
Like
That's-
can do.
that's a bit broad.
It is too broad. No, that's true.
I like, honestly, the can man quickly
Or
becomes...
he's the can man. Get it? His power is to can. What do you think?
I mean, I feel like the can man would either be kind of just basic DIY guy, or somehow the most universal superhero ever. It's like, hey, can man, can you lift this planet? Yep.
But what if they are a can dancer?
I mean, yeah, but that's not a superpower.
Unless they're just especially good at kicking.
I guess. That's like being I am the kickboxer. What are your powers? I'm really good at kickboxing. Right.
Okay. So this is Kai.
Hey, wait! Huh? You guys, wait up! Well, I'll be. I haven't seen you in ages. Isun, it is you.
I thought I heard you talking to Sumi-e.
I just thought I'd come back and see how things were after my trip. I can't believe what's happened to the village since I've been gone. And that Sumi-e's still as stubborn as ever. When did he become chief?
Well, a lot's happened this past year. Look, you'll freeze if you stay outside too long. Why don't you come rest at my place? And bring your white wolf, too. She's pretty. I like I like her coloration and the fact that she has, I think, a deer mask, so she has the little antlers.
Yeah. And then the patterns. Yeah.
At
At least the cold is a bit more bearable inside. It's really been ages, hasn't it, Isun? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance as well, Wolfie. I'm Kai. Oina girl Kai.
This here's Amaterasu, otherwise known as No Bath Ami.
Excuse me, we take plenty of dips.
Now let's cut to the chase. There's so much I want to ask you. First of all, about those demons that are plaguing Kamui. What the heck brought that on?
No one knows for certain. Those twin demons, Lechku and Nechku. They were sealed away by brave Oina hero, years and years ago. And they've been enshrined at the Waku shrine ever since. Then one day, they suddenly stirred and went berserk. A terrible blizzard descended upon Kamui. Kemu set out for the shrine at the top of Ezufuji to pacify them. But they nearly killed him. He was no match for their evil magic. Sumi-e managed to get him just in time and bring him back. Then they got even more violent and turned Ezufuji into a glacier. They unleashed a blizzard to smother Kamui in a layer of ice and snow. Chief Sumi-e's trying to protect the village while Kemu recovers. But there's nothing we can do against those demons.
Huh, you really are in a fix if old man Kemu's prayers don't work.
The day before the twin demons suddenly went berserk, we heard what sounded like an earthquake from Shinsu Field to the south. On that fateful day, Kemu declared that the evil force from the south had made its way here to Kamui. Kamui is sometimes called the Land of Hidden Darkness. And there's a legend that says all demons are born from this land. I wonder if all the world's demons are coming back to Kamui now. A black shadow passed overhead from the south recently and vanished into Waku's shrine, as if it had been swallowed up. Actually, I think the blizzard's been stronger since then.
I'm just thinking about the Super Hominum League and their arch nemesis, the literal League of Villains.
The literal League of Villains.
Which is just a literal League of Villains. There's so many of them. If you cram them together, they fit in a league, and that's their entry requirements. They actually measure you by volume. And if you don't fit the requirements, they don't let you in. And they have very strict weight training regimens and dietary plans. And all of them are literal things. Oh, I want to develop this more. Anyway, sorry. I had to start cracking up because I really liked the literal League of Villains as a counterpoint to the Hominum League. Anyway.
You can continue.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was it. Well, that was good timing.
Kai, there's something else I want to ask you. What's Oki doing with the sacred sword Kutone? I saw him with it outside the village. How could old man Kemu let him take it at a time like this?
Oh, you met Oki? He left here with our sacred sword the morning after it all started. As soon as Sumi-e was chosen to take Kemu's place as chief, Oki just took the sword and left without permission. People from the village have tried to persuade him to bring it back. But Oki chases them off. He says he'll defeat the demons himself.
He just walked away with a sacred sword? He didn't even ask permission.
Well, everyone admits Oki's a great warrior. Even Sumi-e does. But it's impossible to defeat those demons all by himself. I just don't know why he did it. Now, of all times.
One last thing, Kai. It's about Sumi-e. He seems awfully nervous about protecting old man Kemu. It's 'cause of Oki, isn't it?
Well, everyone's angry at Oki for taking the sword like that. But you see, well, Sumi-e would never say it. But he believes in Oki more than anyone else does. He's convinced Oki will come back and help the village.
Huh. So then, why do you have to snap at us like that? He even told Furball here to get lost.
Well, the day after the village was attacked by the demons. Should it be Lika or
Probably
Lika?
Lika.
Lika?
I don't know.
Now I'm starting to get your throat whatevers. Lika went missing.
Lika? As in, Lika, your...
That's right, my little sister. We scoured the village and the surrounding area, but we couldn't find her. She just vanished.
Poor little Lika, too. Why would those demons mess with a little girl like that?
Well, we don't know for sure if the demons are behind her disappearance. But they would certainly have reason to seek her out. You see, Lika holds the fate of this village in her hands.
The fate of this village?
That was Kemu's howl. He's calling to you, Isun. He's summoning the both of you.
Tire.
Well, we can maybe stop when we're done talking with him.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Man, there are just non-stop homonyms being thrown at us right now. I like how the homonym, the homonym league, their leader would be Batman. You think Batman, the DC superhero, but no, he's just a dude with a bat.
Mm-hmm.
And you think a bat is in a baseball bat, but no, he's just got a bat on a leash.
Yeah, and I know people have said naughty things about a literal Flash before.
Well, yeah,
The
he's
Flash.
just a photographer.
Okay, you're thinking of a more kosher version.
Yeah, and the head of hospitality, Iron Man, is really good at crisping up suits. You want some stiff sheets? He's got them.
What? You still got a bone to pick with us or something?
The elder summons the white wolf to his home. You may enter.
Well, it's about time. Out our way, chump.
Ah.
So you never can do the trill?
Not really.
Oh, he looks like a tanuki. Oh my.
This is the village elder? Old man Kemu, but looks like he might already have kicked the bucket. How many times did Gramps here tan my hide? Bah, this is no time to be dredging up the past.
Who was that bad mouth? It looks like there's just some hides to be tanned.
Oh, run away from him! You're gonna get pummeled.
Ah. Bad man.
Huh?
There's jiggle physics on his belly.
He's an outie belly
Oh,
button.
no.
It's so gross.
Oh, God.
What happened? Was I sleepwalking again?
Sheesh, old man snooze a lot, tans hides in his sleep too.
That was a illusion. I wasn't dreaming.
Wepkir village elder, Kemu.
That's what it was just a little Samuel talking to someone outside. I must say, you're grown. Barely at all since I last saw you.
Ah, put a cork in it, Gramps. Did you summon us just 'cause you wanted someone to clobber?
Yes. Well, let's get down to business, eh? This is the wife wolf I just wished to speak with. You got no doubt you already heard her as a Kai, but her little sister Lika's gone missing.
Yeah, we know about that. She disappeared about the time the demons started running up Mock.
That's right. And her disappearance threatens the every very existence of our village.
That's how you bite.
I said something like that too. Can we see why you'd be worried?
Or I can see why you'd be worried.
But don't you think you're exaggerating a bit?
No, not exaggerating. Besides, you haven't been gone for so long. How could you possibly know? Lika's gained spiritual power far beyond my own. You can touch the sun. It's weird, and I don't like it. And her power is now the key to saving the land of Kamui. Kamui.
Huh. Are you saying Lika's power can defeat those demons?
Not exactly. There's another reason. We need our power. As for Azufuji, protector deity of Kamui. We chuck her in the volcano and it'll power it up, and then we don't have to worry about it anyway.
Ezofuji.
As you know, Azufuji is formed from 2 active volcanoes. I was right. Toss her in the volcano. Solve the problem. Each year, I recite the volcanic incantation. Floods the entire area in volcanoes. We lose about half the population. It's a problem. Anyway,
Floods them in volcanoes.
Triggers an eruption that
lava.
warms this frigid land of Kamui. Kamui. The demon's powers plunge Azufuji into an icy slumber. Day by day, Kamui grows weaker and weaker and colder and colder and colder. Gotta set it on fire. It'll fix the whole problem. It worked in Little Inferno. How's it gonna work in here? If we don't have Lika recite the volcanic incantation soon, land of Kamui will become an icy tomb for us all, and I'll have to put on a shirt that covers this majestic belly button. You don't want that.
Why don't you just recite the incantation yourself, old man?
I would if I could, but I no longer have the strength to pray in this raging blizzard.
Any idea where Lika could be?
But that's the problem. I chucked her in the volcano, but it didn't burn. I searched high and low for that girl, no luck. Well, only one place we have yet to look.
Where?
Oh, Yoshipet, a mysterious forest of deception.
Ooh.
There's got a faint whiff of that Lika emanating from Yoshipet. I can smell farting like 10 miles away. This is my power. I'm very good at it. That and the outie belly button. Oh, it's majestic. Anyway, after all, I have the keenest nose in the Oinin tribe. I was right. I suspect she's going to be somewhere around here on your map. Yep, it's over there. I can smell it on your map. That's where she's been. Don't even question it.
Oh, that's how you go back, is backspace.
I'd like you to connect. Thorough search of the forest. Grab that Lika girl and chuck her in the volcano.
You gotta be kidding me. I wouldn't touch that place with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, White Wolf. You're our last hope. Well, second last hope. I've also got that other guy. Chief Samical must remain here to protect the villagers, and by that, I've really just made me. And Yoki's left the village on some fool's errand. Don't tell him I said that. Thinks he's on a secret mission. Anyway, you're the only one left.
Hold on a minute, old man. Do you even know who this furball is?
Do not mock me, little sprite. That pure white coat, those crimson markings, and that divine instrument, I'd say it's a dog. It's none other than the legendary dog. Dog. That name is known far and wide, even in the dead land of the Mui. I never dreamed the legendary wolf yet lives. It's older than me, that's saying something.
Well, actually, this here is...
Don't care. Dog. Dog, please, you must help us. Leak must result. The volcanic incantation soon. On the way down into the volcano. Gotta fuel it up. It's running low. Without her, the land of Kamui will become an icy too. I beg you. You must find Lika. And warn the villagers to beware of strangers. But I will make special exception for you. I'll open the village's far gate that leads to the Lauki Lake. Get what you need from the village before you set out. Mainly fish. You are lacking in fish. Get more. And an outie belly button. They're majestic. Alright, got it. Go.
Look at those masks on the ceiling. What?
Oh, just the belly button.
His
I gotta
belly.
leave.
Uh-oh. Something afoot? Or is he just sending the signal that's allowing the gate to open?
Yeah, the gates are just the gates are open. I am going to go shopping.
And you better save.
Yes.
The Elder must have summoned you because he wanted you to go to Yoshpet. Don't forget to take that charm if you plan on entering the forest. You'll find it at the edge of Lauki Lake, north of our village.
Wouldn't it be like Lao Chi?
Possibly.
Ah, put a cork in it. We know that already. Okay, Ami, let's get going.
Well then, let me give you this bit of advice. Do not underestimate the land of Kamui.
Never said I did. Now, cut me some slack already. I'm going to find Lika, ain't I?
I'm warning you not to underestimate the power of nature. Kamui is a harsh land, with or without the demon's blizzard. But you're a Punkle. You should know all that, right? Do not get yourself killed by underestimating Mother Nature.
Yes, I wonder if we'll see the Punkle village or Punkles.
I mean, you should know that.
I think I remember a section where you see more Punkles.
Rob this town. Not really a whole lot of point for that. I'm just gonna go down and save. I'm about to lose my voice.
Yep. Oh, it's nice to see you laughing before about the grouse especially.
There's just something majestic about a superhero just panic trying to just flap two air sac boobs together, making a noise, hoping some other superhero comes to save his butt. There's just something amazing about that.